All right, let's jump right in. We're about to crack open one of the most powerful chapters of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, and we're tackling a huge, timeless question. When it comes to connecting with something bigger than yourself, the divine, what's actually the best way to do it? So, let's really get into this. I mean, what is the best way to practice devotion? How do you find that spiritual connection? Is there some secret right way? This isn't just some ancient philosophical question. It's something people have wrestled with for literally thousands of years. And believe it or not, this exact same question is asked in a pretty dramatic setting. You have the warrior Arjuna, right in the middle of a battlefield, turning to his guide, the divine Krishna, and basically saying, "I'm lost. I need some clarity here." And here it is, straight from the text. Arjuna is laying out the two big options for us. He's saying, look, there are these two types of devotees. On one side, you've got the people who worship a visible, personal form, someone they can picture, talk to, and pour their heart out to. But on the other side, you've got those who worship something totally formless, this unmanifested, absolute reality. So Krishna, he asks, which one of them really gets it? Who's the best? So what does Krishna do? Well, he doesn't just fire back a simple, "this one's better." Nope. First, he takes the time to really break down these two paths, laying them out side by side so Arjuna and all of us can see them clearly. And check out how he frames them. The personal path, it's all about the heart, right? It's direct, it's relational, you're focusing your mind on a tangible form you can really connect with. Then you've got the abstract path. Whoa, that one is way more philosophical, and it demands some serious discipline. We're talking complete control of the senses, staying balanced no matter what happens, and being dedicated to the welfare of all beings. It's like one path pulls you inward to a single point, and the other asks you to expand outward to, well, everything. Okay, so the two paths are on the table. Now, Krishna doesn't leave Arjuna in suspense. He gives him a super clear, really practical, and honestly kind of surprising answer about which path is actually better for most of us. And the winner it is devotion to a personal form. Yep, Krishna says straight up that the best devotees are those who fix their minds on his personal form, who worship with total, unwavering faith. He's basically giving a huge validation to the path of the heart, saying it's the most effective way to go. Now, here's the really important part. It's not that the abstract path is wrong. It's just insanely difficult. Krishna is being super practical here. He's looking at us, human beings with bodies, with senses, with minds that jump all over the place, and he's saying, hey, trying to focus on something that has no form, no definition, that's a tough, tough road. The personal form, it's like an anchor for your mind in a stormy sea. It gives you something to hold on to. But Krishna is just getting started with the practical advice. He knows that even the so-called easier path can still be a real challenge for people. So what does he do? He offers this incredibly compassionate step-by-step guide, a kind of spiritual backup plan for anyone who's struggling. Yeah, you can really think of it like a ladder. It's this beautiful hierarchy of practices, and the whole point is that it meets you exactly where you're at. If you can't reach the top rung, no problem. There's another one right below it just waiting for you. And this is really the heart of Krishna's practical wisdom. He starts at the top, the ideal. Fix your mind and intellect completely on me. Okay, can't do that? No sweat. He says, then try to get there through the consistent practice of yoga. Still a struggle? All right, then just dedicate all your actions to me. And if even that seems like too much, he has one final, incredibly powerful option. And this last step, this renunciation of the fruits of your actions, is presented as something uniquely powerful. The idea is simple but profound. Just do your duty, do your work, but completely let go of any attachment to the outcome. Don't get caught up in whether you'll succeed or fail, get praised or criticized. Why is this so powerful? Because, as Krishna explains, this single act leads directly, immediately to peace. Okay, so we've talked about the how, the different paths, and the practical steps. Now, Krishna shifts gears. He starts to describe the what. What does a person who has actually mastered this look like? What are their qualities? He paints this incredible picture of the ideal devotee. First up, how do they treat other people? Well, their inner state just overflows into their outer actions. We're talking about someone with zero malice towards anyone. They're friendly, they're compassionate, they don't go around upsetting the world, and, just as key, the world doesn't easily upset them. Think about that. They can look at a friend and an enemy with the exact same sense of balance. All right, now let's go under the hood and look at their internal mindset, which is really the engine driving all of this. The key word here is balance, absolute inner balance. This person isn't a puppet on a string, jerked around by life's ups and downs. Happiness and sorrow, heat and cold, honor and dishonor, it's all the same to them. They've let go of ego and possessiveness. They're forgiving, always content, and totally free from that constant background noise of fear and anxiety. And finally, how does this all translate into their actions? They're skillful, they're pure, but they operate without expectation. They've renounced that need for a specific outcome, whether it's good or bad. So praise doesn't puff up their ego and criticism doesn't break them. This is so huge. It shows that true devotion isn't some passive belief you hold. It's a powerful, dynamic, and seriously resilient way of living in the world. And then Krishna just brings it all together with this beautiful final statement. He says that anyone who follows this path, this immortal dharma, and really lives these qualities, well, they are very dear to him. I mean, that's the ultimate seal of approval, right? It makes it so clear that the goal isn't just about going through the motions or performing a ritual. It's about becoming, embodying this incredible state of being. So, when you boil it all down, the big takeaway from chapter 12 is this. Genuine devotion isn't really about finding the one perfect path. It's about the patient, compassionate, step-by-step process of cultivating these amazing qualities inside yourself. Which leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. In our world today, with all the notifications, the endless distractions, the constant noise, which one of these qualities do you think is the absolute hardest to develop? And which one might be the most valuable?